Okay, so today I'm going to try to teach you how to use your calculator a little bit more effectively, other than just type in, like we did yesterday on the graph and just hit graph. All right. And to start out with, I want everybody to look at question number 42. All right. On 42, it says the table below gives a record of variations of the values of I with the values of X. You're going to draw a scatter plot. Basically, that just means to plot the points. And you're going to plot the points. When you plot the points, you're going to kind of see that kind of makes a line, but not exactly. Is everybody with me? All right. Now, for me personally, I think this is super easy because the buttons make sense. All right. And I'm going to tell you not to write it all down, but I'm going to tell you just to listen, and then you will understand what I mean. I think it's intuitive. All right. So if somebody said to you, how do you graph points? You're going to go to a button, and you're going to enter the points. Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
All right.
My iPad, I updated it earlier, and it won't go to Notability.
Yeah, that's how you got.
It
Someone
took me-
does
it
it
took
now.
me-
It took me a while, but today it finally went to Notability.
All right. So we're just going to, you can either run over there, you can kind of listen to me. What do you want to do?
I know how to make it still be able to do it, but it's not.
I believe you guys are experts at this already. All right, but you have to just let me show you, and it's really simple. All right, it's really, really simple. But the first time, you're going to go, where's that button? Just please look on your calculator. All right, I will be moving a cursor around up here that you might be able to see. All right, but just look carefully. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to enter the list. Does everybody agree with that? We're going to enter the data points. All right, so to enter the data points, everything is under statistics, which is the stats button. So everybody hit the stat button. All right, once you hit the stat button, well, it's not letting me. All right, so let's hit stat, and then on your statistics now, we're going to edit. All right, we're going to edit. So hit enter, and then L1 comes up and L2 comes up. This is kind of for list 1, and this is for list 2. So in list 1 goes the X coordinates, and in list 2 goes the what? The Y coordinates. So everybody's got to enter in those X and Y coordinates. Okay, so I entered the X coordinates, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift over to list 2. All right?
What number are we doing? Number 42.
All right. So we go over to list 2. All right? And now we're going to enter the Y values. All right?
Mr. Stroud?
Okay. Now again, under list 1 should be all the X. Under list 2 should be all the Ys.
I accidentally put in the ones for 36, and they won't. Numbers won't.
You just have to replace them.
Yes. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Now, from there, all right, listen to me. Now, if we just hit graph, go to graph, nothing happened. All right, the reason why nothing happened is because you didn't tell the calculator you wanted to plot those points. Everybody hear me? So the calculator's got to be told to plot the points. So to tell the calculator to plot the points, I want everybody to go to y equals. And then look right above. Everybody see this? Plot 1. So go up there to plot 1. And then hit enter. Now, when you do that, notice it's gray now. Do you agree? Right? Which means now the calculator knows it's supposed to plot those points. So bear with me. Now watch. Now when you hit graph. All right. Now listen. You guys are already. You have to be patient. You have to listen. All right. That's the problem I'm having. All right. So now I've got these up. Is everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Daniel.
No. Mine looks different. It goes down in like a vertical line.
Then you must have entered the data points incorrectly. All right. What? Okay. Now to clear, you can just literally type right over them. All right. Type right over.
When I was going, I accidentally did the ones for number 42, and then it accidentally cleared like everything, so I don't even have like the top symbol, so I can't even get it back. So does anyone know how to fix that? Because I get cleared like the Y1, Y2, Y3. I clicked clear, but it cleared out.
Now, one more thing here, guys. Hold up, please, guys. The problem is, let me explain what my frustration is. Some of you guys are doing things, and you're like right over here, distracted, over here, distracted. You're not listening to me. Now you're going to miss part of the instruction, and that's what's holding the whole class up. This in my last class, 8th grade class, took me 15 minutes. You guys, it should take me 10. All right? And so you have to just listen. Don't do anything that I don't tell you to do. And I said we're starting with 42, and some of you put in the other stuff. That's not listening. All right? You have to listen to what I'm saying. All right? Now, I don't really even care what's on your calculator right now. All right? I'm going to continue showing you something. All right? I don't like the way the graph is set up here because I want it the maximum possible screen setting so I can see all the points. So I want to show you something. I want everybody to go to Zoom, hit Zoom button, which is in the top middle, and then I want you to scroll down to where it says Zoom Stat. Now what that does is that's going to match the screen up with your data. And now hit enter and look how cool. All right, so now it moved it so the points are on the screen. All right, is anybody having problems? Quickly.
Mine won't come up. Like it's just a blank graph.
Why are you guys doing that? Bring your calculator up here. All right, let me take care of it. All right? Now, from here, guys, you should get a pretty good visual of that. All right? You have to turn that on. All right. You're doing a different one. All right, again, guys, I said we're doing question number 42. All right, we're doing question 42. All right, but if you're not doing 42, you didn't hear that, just continue with what you're doing. It's not a big deal. All right, so now does everybody agree that's pretty nice? All right, you can see all the points. Now your job is the calculator will actually calculate the exact line of best fit. All right, so now let me show you how nice that is. It's going to draw the line for you. All right. Now, the first thing, though, it's got to do is it's got to calculate that line. All right. So, again, we're making a calculation with our statistics. So you hit statistics. Now, I hit statistics and this screen came up. What do you think I'm going to do? Calculate something. So I'm going to scroll over to calculate. All right. And when I go over to calculate, you're going to learn this when you get into AP Statistics, 1 and 2 AP Statistics. Then the line of best fit is what we're interested in. All right, now, when you get to statistics, they call things regressions. You don't have to worry about that. It's just the line of best fit. We also can do it as a quadratic, or we can do it as a cubic, or we can do it as a quartic. There's lots of different lines of best fits. All right, but we're specifically interested in the what? Line of best fit. So I want everybody to go down to 4, or just hit 4, and then that should come up on your screen. Now, mine's older, so if I hit enter, all right, then it just spits it out like that. Some of the newer ones, you have to hit enter, 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 and it scrolls down a bunch of things. Don't worry about that. Just go all the way to the end. And then you should have this. Does everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Something similar. What?
Mine's coming.
No, I have the same. Thank you.
All right. Now, I have talking. All right. Now, that goes on your worksheet as the answer. All right. Now, what that means is this. So, on your answer, you're going to write down y equals, and then it would be negative 0.742 x plus 8.272. Now, the standard is 3 decimal places. So you're going to round to 3 decimal places. Anybody have any questions? Now, personally, if I was making this up, instead of writing A, I would make that a what, guys? What would A be? Come on, thank you. M. All right, because that's what we've been doing. M is usually the slope. M is usually the slope. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Now, watch what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go back to y equals. Everybody hit y equals. And then I'm going to type in that equation. All right, I'm going to type in. Now, be careful that you don't hit minus instead of negative. So I want negative 0.742 and then x plus 8.272. And now graph it. And look how nice.
Whoa.
Isn't that pretty cool? All right. So that shows you a pretty good relationship. That shows you a pretty good relationship. And again, guys, that's a pretty powerful thing to be able to do. All right. You guys will be doing lines of best fit in science. I know you will. All right. So you could actually show Miss Bragdon, hey, the calculator can do the work for you. You don't have to do it by hand. You can type in the data until the calculator spit the best, the very best, all right? Because when you do it by hand, it's just an approximate, all right? But there is statistics that will do exactly that. Now, is everybody with me? All right, now we're going to concentrate because I'm going to say something else, and I want everybody to stop and focus on just you and just listening to what I'm saying, because I'm going to do now question number 43. And we're all going to do 43 together. And you're going to let me show you how to clear it out so you don't have to just type over. All right? So now, everybody, we're going to do a new problem. So you're going to go to Stat. And then we're going to do what? Edit. Now, I want to clear the list. I don't want to delete the list. If you delete the list, it wipes it out. And again, to me, that makes sense. Clearing means that it's clearing the list. Deleting means that it's removing the list. I don't want to remove the list. I want to clear the list. So to clear the list, you hit the cursor up, and then you hit the clear button once. Doesn't really matter. And then you hit enter. And look, it cleared it. All right? So then you go to list 1, hit the clear button, hit enter, and now the lists are clear. Is everybody with me on that? All right? I think that's pretty easy. And a simple thing to remember. And again, if you delete it, it's not that it's that hard to put it back in. It's just a pain in the butt. So you don't really want to delete a list. You want to do what? Clear a list. All right, you want to clear a list. So now what we want to do is, just to make sure you're in good shape, we're going to go to 43 and we're going to type in those numbers. All right, we're going to type in 1990, 1991, and then under list 2, type in those. Oh, wow. I don't care. I'm just going to do 61. There seems to be an outlier. Does everybody understand what an outlier is? Look at this 61. Doesn't that seem to be a little weird? Yeah. Does everybody see that? It seems like that's a little off. Do you agree? But sometimes when you're doing statistics, eventually you'll get what's referred to as an outlier. Something that's a little strange, that doesn't follow the norm. Is everybody with me on this? All right, but I don't even care about that. We're just going to plug it in because it's not my problem. All right? So here we go. Now, the next thing is I want to get a good visual, right? So to get a good visual, let's just pretend like we don't know what we're doing. We're just going to hit graph. And all of a sudden we got a line in the way, right? So what do I have to do to that line? Delete it or clear it, right? So go to y equals, and let's clear that out. And now when you graph it, we have a problem. There's no points, right? The reason there's no points is because this is a small window, and the other one's what? Big, right? So now we automatically go to zoom, statistic, all right? Because we want to put the statistics on the calculator. So we hit zoom button. What? That's what we're talking about right now. So you hit the zoom button, and then you go down to statistics. Zoom, and you scroll down until you see stat, which some of you guys are smart, and you can just go zoom 9. Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
And now watch how cool it is. Zoom 9, hit enter, and boom. Does everybody see that, right? Everybody okay with that? Now, does everybody understand what I was saying about this point right here being an outlier, correct? Kind of messes things up. Listen, guys, I really don't mind. Listen, those of you guys who are really paying attention and listening to me, I understand. I want to help you. I don't want you to think I don't. I don't want you to think I'm frustrated with you. But some of you are not listening to me, and then you ask me questions. That's when I get frustrated. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Right? I'm not expecting you to be perfect at this or experts. You're going to learn. It's going to take some time. All right? It's a little bit different, but it's intuitive. Hopefully you understand what I mean. All right? It's really not that hard to figure it out. All right? So again, if you're having troubles, I want to help you, but you have to follow me step by step. And some of you think you know how to do it, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You run into something you don't know what you're doing because you didn't listen to me, even though you thought you did. All right? So, does everybody agree this isn't exactly a line of best fit then, right? Because of this point right here. I wish this point was up here more. Agreed? So now everybody go to zoom, and then what? Calculate. line of best fit, enter all the way through, and then that tells you what the line is.
I don't remember.
Hello?
You mean stack. Oh yeah.
Okay. Is everybody with me on this? Did everybody understand what I'm saying? Zoom calc.
I think it's.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. It's, thank you, statistic. Hit statistic for me. And then slide over to calc, right? You with me? Statistic. No, statistic, I said wrong. Statistic, calc, and then go down the line. Shh. Here we go. Make sure you're good, and then write that answer. All right, write that answer. Now, the answer is y equals, somebody tell me what they got, because I don't feel like doing it on my calculator.
Negative 5.964.
Negative 5.9, I don't care, 64x. Just tell me. Don't let them interrupt you. I want you to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. That's the whole point.
And then I got
Negative 5.964x.
And then I got 1, 2 over. I did it wrong.
How do you know?
Because
Everyone else says you're wrong?
no, because it doesn't show.
Okay, don't be upset. Listen, what you don't understand is I want you to be wrong sometimes. I don't care if you're wrong. And if you're wrong, guess what that shows me? You're doing the work. Right? That's what it shows me. I'm expecting to be mistakes, guys. Right? And if you are wrong, it doesn't matter because everyone here is going to be wrong, probably except me. All right? So, with that in mind, just let someone say an answer without jumping on them. All right? Even if you got something different. All right? She got negative 5.964, but she's convinced she did it wrong, so she's going to redo it. And then tell me. And in the meantime, someone else is going to tell me y equals what?
Negative 6.071x plus. You must round
Just to 3 decimal places.
12,226.5.
Something like that? Something like that? Okay. So it's really big number. Yes.
How do you get to the numbers again?
Under stat, go over to calc, and then a line. Shh. Just let him learn. You good? Now hit enter all the way through. What do you mean, yes, it is right? What did you mean? This answer up here is right?
No, I just wasn't quite sure if I got.
Trust yourself. Trust yourself. What?
I have all the points in, and then I go to stats, and then go to calculate, press enter.
Did you do the right one?
Oh, I forgot about
Don't be sorry. Be sorry, you're trying. Is everybody happy with that? Right? Is everybody good? Everybody got that? Now, obviously, it's going to take a little bit of practice. So I did the other two with my class, with my other class. I want you to do 44, and I want you to do 40 and 41. Is everybody with me? That'll give you enough practice. All right? That'll give you enough practice. All right? Now, I'm going to pause for a second, and then I'm going to open up the other worksheet. Guys, you have to really give me your attention now. This took too long. All right? It took too long. So I need your attention. I need you to pay attention, and I need to move quick. All right? So now I want you to get into the other worksheet, 4-2 worksheet, I believe. Time. All right, so this is the second worksheet because I did the first 9 questions with the first period class, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to jump down here, and we're going to do questions 1 through 9, and then you have to do for homework 1 through 9 and 1 through 9. I haven't said anything. All right, I'm. All right, I'm not sure. Just take a picture of it or do something and add it in. All right, you guys got to be creative because what time do we get out of here? You're going to have to put on your seatbelts because we're moving fast. Try not to interrupt me. All right? Here we go. All right. Now, most important thing, guys, most important thing is I need everybody to write the equation line. To write the equation line for question number 1, everything must be written in y equals mx plus b form. M is the what? And b is the? So everybody circle the y-intercept in question number 1. And what is the y-intercept? 1. So now I have y equals mx plus 1. Now, what is the slope? Because they what? They gave it to us. All right, but I'm not going to do that on the test. You're going to have to figure out what the slope is. So how do I figure out what the slope is, just in case you forgot? I went down how many? And over what? That's why the slope is. So y equals negative 3x plus 1. Wasn't that really hard? I know you detect sarcasm there, so simple. Do you agree? That was, yes, I know, that's exhausting.
I'm breaking a sweat.
Right? Right. I'm not using a calculator, which means we're not using a calculator. All right? We're writing the equations. Now I'm on number 2. So let's see if I've done a great job. All right? What's the y-intercept?
1.
What's the slope? Because they told us, or we could just go up 1 and over 1. So the slope is 1. So everybody write down y equals mx plus b. What's b? What's m? Y equals 1x minus 3. Y equals x minus 3. How good are we? Yeah, we're great. You're right. We are. All right, does anybody have any questions with that? I'm telling you, now's the time you need to ask. All right? In case you still have a little bit of issue. All right? Do you take a picture of it? And then you add a photo. Do you know how to do that? All right, it's on the plus sign. Feeling good about it now? Are you with me? I know you missed question 1 and 2, but you're smart, so you can watch me do number 3. Do you hear me? All right, so watch me do number 3 now. Make sure you're caught up. All right? Hopefully you're listening to me. Y equals mx plus b. What's b? Does everybody agree? Casey, do you agree b is 4? Right? So y equals mx plus 4. Now we know the slope is what? Because they told us. So we can write y equals 2x plus 4. Or I can say I went up 2 and over what? 1. That's how I got a slope of 2. Does everybody agree? That's, come on guys, that's easy, right? Simple, simple. All right? Now we're on phase 1. Simple. Phase 2 is kind of medium. All right, so here we go. Phase 2. Listen to me. All right? Now, I want everybody to write down y equals mx plus b. Do we know what b is?
Yep.
What is it, though?
9.
You guys are killing me. We don't know what the y-intercept
Got any
is.
donuts for me?
We don't. Hey guys, we don't have any y-intercept. All right, we don't have any y-intercept. Oh, come here, bro.
Oh, you're so fat.
Shh. Here we go. So we got y equals mx plus b. All right. So I got the slope is 4. Slope is 4. So I now have y equals 4x plus b. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Except for the fact we need to find b. So watch how easy this is. This point right here is x and y. What do you think I do with x and y? That's right, I plug them in to solve for b. All right, so watch me, x is 1. 1 goes there. 9 is the what? Y value. So that goes here. All right, so here we go. So I've got now 9 equals 4 times 1 plus b. 9 equals 4 plus b, so b must have been what? 5. B is 5. So now that I know b is 5, the equation is y equals 4x plus 5. Is everybody happy with that?
Yep.
Everybody happy? Right, it's not that hard. That's called a medium problem. All right, we're going to do the hard one tomorrow. This is a medium. All right, the reason why this is a medium is because you just have to find b. All right, tomorrow you're going to have to find m and b. It's not that difficult, I promise. All right, here we go. So let's just see if I'm doing a good job. So again, I want you to write down, they give you m, so you fill it in. So look, guys, it's just y equals negative 2x plus b. Everybody happy with that? Now, what is the x value? So negative 2, open parentheses, 4 plus b. What's the y? 2. Is everybody good with that? Now's the time you say, hey, look, I don't know why you're putting a 2 there. I don't know why you're putting a 4 there. What?
So,
No, ask me your question.
okay, why are you putting up
2, look, this is x, this is y. Do you agree with that or not?
Oh,
So I replace y with what?
why would you?
And x with, now you know, right? Okay, now just solving that basic equation. So I have here 2 equals negative 8 plus b, so b had to be what? 10. B was 10. So my equation is y equals negative 2x plus 10. Is everybody happy with that? That's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, we're going to do one more just to make sure I'm in good shape. All right? So again, everybody, it always starts with y equals mx plus b. All right? So we're going to write down, for the interest of time, instead of doing mx plus b, I'm going to do y equals what?
3x.
3x plus b. All right? Now, what is y? Negative 2 equals what's x? Plus b. Everybody good? So now solving. Negative 2 equals 6 plus b. So b equals negative 8, right? And so now my equation is y equals what?
3x minus
Y equals 3x minus 8. Right? Is everybody okay with that? Does everybody agree it's not that bad? All right, I'm not sure why people struggle so much. All right, y equals mx plus b is the key. Y equals mx plus b. All right, so let's just go ahead and do number 9, and then we're going to call it a day. The bell will be ringing here shortly. All right, so let me give you a minute. Now, let's give 30 seconds. All right, see if you can get the answer. 30 seconds and counting. Somebody, tell me what the answer is. Somebody, give me the equation.
y equals 5x minus
Somebody else. Go.
y equals negative 4x minus 16.
Anybody else? Shh.
Y equals negative 4x. Yeah, I got. Oh, I'm on 7.
Good. Anybody else?
Not those guys.
You.
I had negative.
Okay, now remember, the point I'm trying to make here now is, look, I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot. I'm just saying if you get this correct, then you know what we're doing. Right? If you didn't get it correct, you got this your last chance. All right, last chance. That's all. All right, what?
I got this really wrong.
Okay, so we're going to really show you one more time. All right, so now really listen carefully. All right, because it's really simple. All right, I'm on number 9, so here we go. I've got y equals negative 4x plus b. Did you write that down first?
Yes.
Now you sub in for x and y. What does y equal?
Y is
4 equals -4 times -5 plus b. Most of the time, the mistakes are made with the negatives. All right? So now 4 equals 20 plus b. So b equals what? -16. B equals -16. So now your answer, y equals -4x minus 16. I'm happy. All right? Now again, tomorrow, what we're going to do, instead of doing the IXL, we're going to knock this out. All right? Then I'm going to probably, we're a day behind or something like that, but our test will be next Thursday, and we're still in fantastic shape. But listen to me. I keep trying to tell you guys, you have to be responsible for you. All right? Which means if you don't understand something, you got to go get help. All right? And that means listen carefully to what I'm saying. Number one, that should fix a lot of your problems, some of you. Don't think you know how to do something without listening to my explanation, especially on the calculator. I definitely want you to practice tonight. Does everybody understand what I said about those 3 on the other worksheet where you had to practice writing the line of best fit? Do you understand me?
Yes.
That will help you learn how to use the calculator, and you'll be way ahead of the game. And then I said I want you to do 1 through 9 and 1 through 9. Is everybody good on that? And then tomorrow we're going to finish up this worksheet, and then you won't have any homework for 3 days. All right? So make sure you get everything done tonight. All right? Good job. You got it fixed, right?
What do we do on this one?
Okay, time to go back and